Welcome back to The Stand-Up, English for Developers, part of Easy English Talks. Today, how to pitch, defend, and win priority for your idea, in English that actually sounds like you.
Okay, Alex, the floor is yours. What have you got for us?
Thanks. So I want to pitch adding offline mode to the mobile app. Right now, if a user loses connection, the app just freezes, and we're seeing a lot of churn because of it.
Do we have data on that?
Yeah. About 12% of our support tickets last month mention the app crashing or freezing without internet. That's roughly 400 tickets.
Okay, that's a real number. What's the actual proposal?
I want to build a lightweight offline cache, so the app stores the last session locally and lets users keep browsing, even without a connection. It won't sync new data, but it stops the app from just breaking.
How long would that take?
I'm estimating 2 sprints, so about 4 weeks with one engineer.
And what's the actual impact you're expecting?
Based on the support ticket data, I'd expect at least a 30% drop in those specific complaints and probably a small bump in retention, since users won't lose their session.
All right, I like the direction, but I've got some pushback before we move forward.
Go for it.
First, we already have 3 other things in the roadmap this quarter. Why should this jump the line?
That's fair. I'd push back a little, though. This isn't a new feature. It's fixing something that's actively costing us users right now. I'd argue it's closer to a bug fix than a feature request.
Okay, I see the logic. Second question, have you talked to design about this? An offline state needs some kind of UI treatment.
Not yet, honestly. That's a gap in my plan. I can loop in design this week and get a rough mock-up before we commit to a timeline.
Please do. I don't want engineering starting before design's aligned. Third thing, what happens if the cache gets out of sync? Have you thought through the edge cases?
I have a rough plan. Worst case, we show a last updated timestamp, so users know the data might be stale. It's not a perfect solution, but it's honest with the user.
That's reasonable. Okay, one more. What's the cost if we don't do this?
If we don't, I think churn keeps creeping up. It's not dramatic, but it's a slow leak, and competitors already have offline support, so we're behind on this.
All right, you've done your homework. I'm not saying yes today, but I'm not saying no either.
That's more than I expected walking in here.
Here's where I land. I can't give you a full quarter slot yet, but I can give you 1 sprint to build a proof of concept. Show me it works, and I'll fight for the rest of the roadmap slot.
I can work with that. Can I get design involved from day 1 of that sprint, though? I don't want to build something design has to redo.
Yes, that's fair. I'll loop them in today.
Perfect. So to confirm, 1 sprint, proof of concept, design involved from the start, and we revisit priority after that.
Exactly. Send me a 1-pager by end of day so I can share it with leadership.
Will do. Thanks for hearing me out.
Thanks for bringing data, not just a feeling. That's what got you this far.
All 14 phrases from this episode are listed in the description below, so you don't need to pause and write anything down. Just listen and come back to them anytime. One thing worth noticing in this scene, Jordan never says a hard no. In a lot of US tech companies, pushback is expected and even respected, as long as you bring data, not just opinions. Being told, "I'm not saying yes, but I'm not saying no," is actually a good outcome. It means you're still in the conversation. That's it for this episode of The Stand-Up. Next time, what to say when your feature launch breaks production. Subscribe, and I'll see you there.